Alright, okay, we're back. How much was cut out? How much did you guys miss? Did you guys miss out on any dialogue or anything? Because the stream just went fucking awful. So, just no aromatherapy, some other stuff. Yeah. We're gonna cover the windows with black paper and light candles. Not film at all. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributions to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Gary takes a cylinder and pushes a switch on the button. Just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole in the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. I choose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel that flow through your body. You got a source for that? You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing your poems? Does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot of this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbons. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I like to do is write different words on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons and create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eyes of those passing by the room. It may attract some people to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Man, I should get a flower curtain. And put it next to my bed. To cover my bed. Have my bed be its own entrance. I'm sleepy, but I need a... I'm at least trying to pull through until we get to, the part. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Nana. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright, I'll put Frodo Baggins on this one. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well... Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kinda into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. A combination of craftsmanship and feeling your danger, maybe? What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. I told you about my knives and you're laughing. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. I do think knife craftsmanship is pretty impressive. I think blacksmithing as a whole is fucking cool. I watched Forged in Fire too many times. It's actually a really goated show. You get to see how hard people work to make swords and shit. It's so cool. So well, it's an interesting thing to be into, I guess, but I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife, I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. I gave my boyfriend knives. It's like the one I got him has a pattern on the handle, and it's I don't know what kind of metal it is, but it's those ones that are looks like a peacock, is all I can say. It's very nice looking. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around on my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious if it's sharp, and I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow. Never do that, by the way. If you're gonna test the sharpness of anything, do it on a piece of paper. Or cardboard. Never test it out with your hands. Ow. Nana. Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It could cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I think she's into knife play, guys. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Started I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head to her face burning up. She's into knife and blood play. I can't do this. I do not like. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird, but it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I'll do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Nana, did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Nana. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri called me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was just a tiny cut. Look, it's already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We'd each resume our respective activities. I watched Yuri's knife cut through the ribbons like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. Wait a second. I didn't notice this on the floor. Is that a fucking tatami mat floor? Bro, why would you do it on the floor? Don't do arts and crafts on a tatami mat floor, please. Looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. I saw it on Pinterest. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. That's right. One of the items Yuri asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. We're painting eggs. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you feel the cup's too much, it will be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-sized glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeves, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so. Let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So? I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for sunrise and daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it onto the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you gonna write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolor feels like the art class project we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple, like reading, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel the way about things like anime and games when I simply sharing the experience with with someone can make me happy. Jeez, I'm like having issues reading now. Ugh. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Sorry. Yuri reels back, then I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Oh, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. Rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with a towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand. Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Eh? Just for a little longer. Feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as she's lost in a daze, enveloped in her own feelings. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my breast, sending a tingling sensation through my arm. Suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue to follow Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yep, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Ew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am, too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we can have extra time after finishing the work. Well... Yuri thinks herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems a little too... seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I was glad I was able to help. Gotta get some more water. Yuri's voice is making my throat dry. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, I kinda say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over or we can go out somewhere. I forget, you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smells bashfully. Anyway, you know what? I'm trying to say so. You're very thoughtful. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kinda like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Hi, Nana. Sayori? Just now we weren't... It's okay, Nana. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was really being mean to me. I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri? And how close you got to her? Makes me really happy that you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Nana? Am I supposed to be happy for you? Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. It'd be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Nana. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. Put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Nana. Really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? Scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and scared to like you too much. I did this to myself. Nana, I like you so much that I want to die. Don't. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. Don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down to Sayori's arms and squeeze her hand in my own. You remember how I said I always know what's best for you? You still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give to you. Saying I love you feels... You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always have. Monica told me the truth. Told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and will make you happy in the end. This feels like some fucking manipulator bullshit, though, what I'm saying. Like, God, like I don't know how to like explain it. It's like some gaslight gatekeep girl boss kind of shit that MC's spitting right now. I know best. Bro doesn't even understand mental health enough to even understand what she needs. She needs a fucking therapist, MC. Dude, why don't you spend your time looking for therapists with her? Make her go to a therapist, bro. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. But everything changes. The way things were, you should be going towards a brighter future, not going back to the past, man. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this, Sayori. It's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I know this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I can get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just want it to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Nana. I'll trust you with anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Screaming. Clutching her head with both hands, she screamed as loud as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori. I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more than I can have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. And I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feeling as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. Content warning, suicide. To go a little bit more in depth, it's going to be graphic suicide, and it's going to be on the screen for a while. I'll go ahead and try to give you a heads up, and I'll tell you when it's over. So if you're sensitive to that stuff, feel free to tab out. I'll still be reading stuff. And then I'll let you know when it's okay to come back in. It's the day of the festival. Of all the days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. Oh, and to get more into specifics, it is rope. So if you're sensitive to that stuff, yeah, feel free to tab out. I'll let you know when it's safe to come back in. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I consider going to her house to wake her up, but decide that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the school, for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Nana, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again, that dummy. You think that on days this important she tried a little harder. This MC is fucking stupid. I hate the MC so fucking much. Can I kill the MC, please? The MC... You know? I say that, but I suddenly remember that Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Nana. I mean, especially after the exchange with her yesterday. He kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But, I stammer embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry, I probably know a lot more than you think. Ah? Monika's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I feel a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. Grab one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is nearly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the one they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Percentage. Get out of my head, 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 get out of get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. Though the poem is never actually finished, it just stops moving. Yeah, this is what it... you know what's going on. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Nana? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried to... a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of waking her up to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. Don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. We're getting to the point, so, again, if you haven't already, go ahead and tab out if you're sensitive to graphic depictions of suicide, because it should be coming up, like, pretty soon. Give you a count to 5, and I will continue. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house? Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knocked on her door. I will go ahead and give you that warning again. Please tab out if this is something that will make you, uncomfortable, even. Do not take that warning lightly. I mean, it is graphic. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't this kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. Okay, it is. I believe it's the next click, and it will happen. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to tab out again. This is your last chance if you don't want to see it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We continue. I gently open the door. Yep, this is what she meant by leaving her hanging. I like how the game is like breaking behind her as if like it's not supposed to be happening. Game script ch5.rpy line 307 see trace back text for details. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. So I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. Told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to be what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of her relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend, someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. This is also the point of no return in the actual game. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. Now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me. Now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. And it just says end on the screen. It is okay for you guys to tab back in. If you have already tapped back out. The game's messed up. We're going to return to the desktop. We got some side stories. We unlocked poem, pictures of the poems. Got some CGs. Secrets. I think it's for the secret poems. Oh, they have like sketches too. There's a sketch of your CG before being outlined in color. Sketch of Sayori's initial character design, drawn by David Evelyn. Sketch page of David Evelyn to test and compare different hairstyles for Sayori. First concept sketch of the complete cast. Oh, the Halloween. That's really pretty. Files. This one should have the thing too. Yeah. Trace back text. Die uncaught VM runtime exception occurred. Execution stack. Blah blah blah. Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a second, I could probably fix this. I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Well, there goes nothing. But if you look at the characters, she's gone. Your directory. I feel like there's a secret to be had in the files, but I don't know if any of them are homewords text. Meeting notes 1. Test system. I'm pretty sure there's definitely have to be like secrets in the actual like files in here, but I wouldn't be able to tell you like off the bat. Alright, we're gonna boot it up again. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Okay, also, by the way, this is when the random scares are gonna occur, so I won't be able to give you warning for those. They're just gonna be happening. That girl is redacted. My neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because we've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. Starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. When she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crossworks and let redacted catch up to me. I like how it switches to Monica, like, for that last moment. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Also, your saves are gone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. Perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and animes. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyways. School's day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I packed up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding of me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Nana? Monica. That was one of the random ones. I think that one's random. Could be predetermined, I don't know. Oh my goodness, I didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah. Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. Well, we barely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Let's see. How long I've been streaming? I've been streaming for like 4 hours. Once we get to the club, I'm gonna save, and then I will, save this for tomorrow. And then I'll probably, afterwards, I'll be playing on Discord, to get, like, the 100% stuff, you know? Monica was probably the most popular girl in her class, smart, beautiful, athletic. Oh, and then next time I'll go over the side stories, too. Maybe. Monica was, basically completely out of my league of legends. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyways? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. And much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Oh, in that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. That that actually got me a little bit. Literature? Sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? That's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Besides, a member is a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Nana? By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Nana, you know that? It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica in a irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Oh, what an interesting thing I see in the background. Right off the bat, huh? I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Oh god, that fucking scared me too. Jesus Christ. Thank you for the RNG game. I guess.
Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Nana. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
So let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right?
No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. The small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyways, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Nana in a classroom. Oh, sorry, wrong voice. So, I ran into Nana in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great?
Wait, Monika, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know.
Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Nana? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but I'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be- oh, what? That was supposed to be me. My bad. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Well, I guess.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Nana, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Thank you for patting yourself on the back, game. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have been having a conversation with a brick wall. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that?
Well,
Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! Get that back!
Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes?
No,
Natsuki averts her eyes.
you wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment, then we sit in the next moment screaming. Fuck. I flubbed the joke. End the stream. Remove me from the internet. I failed the joke.
Hey, I just got an idea. How about this?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write poems of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Nana? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forward with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said that I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... These girls exchanged glances before Monica turned back at me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Nana. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one before the festival... I am defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like that? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... what a fucking loser. Ugh. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Nana? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment.
I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed.
Nana, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. Do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Nana, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Special poem? I don't know which one will get unlocked right now, so there's so much that can happen. This one's about abuse. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch for money. I like when Papa comes home before sundown. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like when Papa comes home without waking me up. I like when Papa keeps food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I like when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops coins to the couch. I like when Papa's too tired to notice me. I like when Papa's too tired for anything. I like when Papa's too tired for anything. I believe that's written in Natsuki's point of view. I'm gonna head and save here. Exiting to the desktop. Let's look around and see if there's anything. I know there was like a file or something. There has got to be a secret in these files. There's gotta be something. Format. Tower keys? Access keys found so far from tower rotation. Key pair 1, gear. 240 221, a 3-digit number combination somewhere. Is there a way to... Wait, there's gotta be a way to change the time. Do I have to look at this at a... what's the fucking... Is there a way to change the time in the game instead of having to do it on my system? Because it'd actually be really, 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 really annoying that I have to do it on my actual desktop. I believe this is a part of an ARG, maybe? Okay. Well, I guess I'll look into this later. Thank you so much for joining me on this little revisit to Doki Doki Literature Club. I will be finishing the game tomorrow, hopefully. And then if I'll try to look at some of the other... I don't know if it's technically an ARG, but like I'll look at the in-game desktop stuff and fiddle around with that, and next stream I'll give an update on all that. All right. Thank you for joining. Have a good night.